This man had just finished work and returned home, only to find his girlfriend cheating on him with a stranger. Enraged, Martin immediately grabbed a gun and fired several shots at the man who had taken his girlfriend. Though he got rid of the intruder, Martin ended up in prison. He spent 8 years behind bars. After his release, Martin made a vow. He would never get involved with any woman again. His first move was to join the largest local gang. But as soon as he joined, the leader assigned him a task: protect a woman. Although Martin despised women, he had no choice but to find the woman he was meant to protect. To his surprise, the woman was none other than Ava, John's ex-girlfriend. In exchange for protection, Ava agreed to leave with Martin. However, looking at her, Martin felt disgusted. He believed that a woman like Ava would inevitably cheat on him too. As a result, they didn't speak much during the trip. Unable to stand the silence, Ava decided to head to the dining car to find some alcohol. There, she saw a drunk man drinking in the middle of the car. Ava grabbed his drink and started drinking it. The man tried to flirt with her, but before he could say anything, Martin delivered a powerful punch to him. After dealing with the drunk, Martin shoved Ava back into the compartment. That incident on the train made Ava talk more. She became curious about Martin and asked why he never drank. Martin, after hearing her question, shared his story. It turned out that his mother was an alcoholic. Every day, Martin had to drag his drunken mother back home from the bar. On one occasion, when Martin was 10 years old, his mother decided she wanted to sleep on the street. Unable to persuade her, Martin turned and walked away. The next day, he received the news that his mother had frozen to death. Ava, too, shared her past with Martin. She revealed that she had to drink to forget her fiancé. Eventually, she drank herself into a stupor every day. Martin had no choice but to carry Ava back to the room. Martin had grown to hate women because of his ex-girlfriend, and he despised alcoholics because of his mother. Now, he found himself with a female alcoholic. It combined two things Martin hated the most. But when he looked at Ava, he felt something different stirring inside him. The next day, Ava accepted the task from the gang leader. For the mission, Martin had to accompany Ava while she went shopping. As Ava shopped, she seemed to return to her former lavish lifestyle. They wandered through Frankfurt's upscale venues, with Ava purchasing a mountain of luxury goods. Martin's initial impression of Ava soon faded. He was no longer impressed by her. But then Ava bought Martin some clothes. As time passed, she began to point out things about Martin's behavior. On the way home, Ava constantly criticized him. Even at dinner, she corrected his ungraceful manners. At the same time, Martin couldn't help but be amazed by how Ava had changed. Just recently, she was an alcoholic, but now, dressed up, she carried herself like a young lady from a wealthy family. Ava only said that this was her true self. That night, Ava attended a banquet as per the gang leader's instructions, while Martin waited outside. To his surprise, Ava soon came out, grabbed Martin's hand, and urgently asked him to take her away. Martin quickly led her to a bar. Ava knew that once the mission was over, she would inevitably die, but what terrified her more than death was the idea that she had no place in this world where she could belong. At that moment, Martin felt an intense desire to protect Ava. Now, Martin wasn't even sure what he was feeling.